Welcome, welcome. I'm adjusting here. It's cold. All right. Welcome, brothers and sisters. What did I say this morning? 100K. I did this title at like 4 a.m. I could just tell. Back at it again, Luca. That's right. I just wanted to come on before I freeze. The run was good. Kind of a rough morning with the pup, but it's okay. We don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about the good things. Trying to keep my hands. Okay, good morning. 073. So CPI a little warm. Not what I would like to have seen, though the markets responded positively. A lot of times on this CPI, we rally and then we sell off. So mark my words here. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Boy, I hope it doesn't happen. But yeah, CPI is okay. I'm going to need CPR. CPI was warm. It was as expected. Some of it ticked up a little bit. That's not what we want to see necessarily as expected. We truly want to see it go down. Here's the common theme with most Fed, 13% in USD. Cool. Always good. You always have dry powder. We always have USD. Here's the deal with what's going on with the Fed. The chair would like to keep lowering rates. But, I listen to this stuff all day long and everything, and at night and all that, and do my research. A lot of the Fed presidents around the country, states, say we don't want to rush. And some think we will raise rates next year if, the market gets hot, which certainly could happen because right now the Fed is stuck at the 2% goal. And if you notice, car prices suck. Home prices, used to cost you like 2018, 500 Bitcoin. Medium house was 218,000. Now the medium price in America is 450 and above. Cost you 5 Bitcoin. So the Fed takes all this into their minds. The food prices have not come down that much. So, it's not like things come down. It's just year over year, month over month. Are they going up at a significant rate, right? Your can of beans, me being a vegan, that I used to pay 80 cents for is $1.40. And that's as long as it remains $1.40, not that it gets back down to $1 or 80 cents. That ain't happening. It's like your tollway in America here. We have tolls to build, or your taxes, to build a highway. Oh, the tolls are just here for that. It's a quarter. Then it's 50 cents. Then it's $1.50 to go through the toll. And guess what? The tollway's done. All the construction's done. The tollway never goes away. We just tax the shit out of you for the rest of your life as long as you drive on this tollway. That's how it works. Good morning, C90. Let's get to your mortgage question. Give me a little more detail about that. I can go off on it right now. What I'm gathering, and I'll get to you in a second, is you can pay off your mortgage if you want, but you're wondering if you should invest it instead in some lower risk treasuries or whatever. Confirm with me that you're correct, that I'm correct on that. So back to CPI. Not the greatest number in the world, but certainly not bad. And just remember what I said earlier. I know I repeat myself a lot. There's a reason for that. Reason why I repeat everything. Not just because I'm senile. Is we could sell off. Typically we sell off after CPI a little later. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I hope we brush on through, get some support. Yeah. 100K left on the mortgage. Okay. And your rate, C90, is probably under 4%, correct? Yeah, just one Bitcoin. What is your rate? Under 4? There's a delay, so I'll always go on to what I was saying. We have to be careful with the Fed, what they're going to do. I believe 25 basis points next week is happening. 4.25. Okay. All right. Hear me out on the C90. So this is an awesome guy here, C90, who contributes a lot to many channels. Certainly to mine. Has a smart mind when it comes to things. He has a mortgage left on his house for 100K. I wasn't going to stay there long, so I didn't refi. Okay. All right. Well, how long are you going to be? Are you going to stay long there now? That's my question. Are you going to be here for another 5 to 10 years? Yeah. So have no fear with the Fed. We'll just have to see what happens. PPI tomorrow. That's a very important number. That'll tell us a lot. And 2 to 3 years max. Okay. In that case, paying off your mortgage isn't as vital. You always want to pay off your mortgage if you can. But the house that you're going to buy, you're not getting this rate, unless you want it, you can pay cash. I assume that your house went up in value. If you're going to stay 5 to 10 years, it's a no-brainer to pay it off. I still don't think it's a horrible idea to pay. If you said 5 to 10 years, I'd said yes, pay it off. But you never know, C90, what happens in that next 2 to 3 years, right? My life has changed dramatically day by day. With good morning, with health, not mine, but there were some issues a couple years ago. My dad, and then he's good, and then now my sister, my dog. Everything, things change. Things change. Not to have a mortgage, the next house would be cash, I think, based on the market this year. Okay, you can't base it on that. It's good to have hope in that, but you have to base it on the here and now, right? Bitcoin could be at $1,000 tomorrow. Not happening. Of course, it's not happening, but I just have to bring the realism into everything. You're not going to get 4.25 on your next mortgage, so you would like to pay cash, and it all depends on this too. Will the housing market, take a crap in the next couple of years, which it could. Right now, there's very little demand. There's high demand, very little houses right now. That's why the prices keep going crazy. So, good morning, Skull. I think you probably can make more money keeping it out of your mortgage and paying it off. But if it was me and I had the Bitcoin that you do and everything, or if it was me in my financial situation right now, I'd pay it off. That's just me. First of all, you're paying interest, right? You're paying 4%, not much, big deal. There's other things involved there. It lessens your burden monthly. And it's peace of mind. And it's pretty nice to say you're in your 30s and you have no mortgage, and then the next one will be cash. Because if the market keeps going the way it's going, you'll do well selling this house, but you're also going to pay a premium for the next house. When one can pay off their mortgage, that is never a bad thing. People bitch about, then you don't get the write-off, you don't get this break and all that. That's bullshit. That's all bullshit. When you can have no debt, unless you're a business, that is a little different. There's manipulations you can do. To be able to pay off your home is not a bad deal. If you took that 100K and bought some good crypto right now, you'd probably be better off. You would outweigh the interest you're paying. It would be a better investment if things keep going the way they're going, right? You take 100K, put it into AMP. I'm just joking, but put it into Injective, Link, something like that. I think you would do fine. But, Bitcoin, maybe by the time you want to move, we're back down, it's a couple years. And then you still have that mortgage. Yes, you have the money to do whatever you want with. 4.25 is a great rate. So if you were long-term, I would say pay it off. If it was me, I'd pay it off just for the peace of mind. But investment-wise, you're probably better off not doing it. There's many opportunities in regards to that, to what you're doing. I think you can make smarter investments because of the market we're in. I would at least wait until January, February to make the decision. You won't get hurt by it. You just may not get the gains, right? If you sell a Bitcoin right now at 100K, pay off the mortgage, certainly not a bad thing, but I don't think you're going to lose either way. The less risky route is to pay it off. Okay. Lets me take higher risk in my career. It does. It does. I mean, it's $100K. You know, on your mortgage. That's why, like I said, if it was me, it wouldn't even be a question. It would be paid off. Not even a question. You know, I don't know what you're paying a month. You know, a couple thousand, 1,400, a couple thousand on your mortgage. You know, and I know your property taxes are much lower than mine. But you can't buy that peace of mind, man. There's nothing like it. When I paid cash for my home out here, it was just like, phew, okay. And let it go, you know. It does nothing but appreciate, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't appreciate that much. You don't have to worry. I just have to worry about property taxes and maintaining all that type of stuff. Possibly tap into my sales path. 1K, it sounds like a trailer compared to Illinois. Oh my God. 1K a year? I pay like, I don't know, I think the last it's pushing 15,000. It's ridiculous. So I don't have a mortgage, but shit. And when I, bought this home, I could have got a mortgage at like 3%, which would have been smart to take that and invest. But then I would have sat on it in the bear market. And, best thing I could have done probably is when I moved in here, 2011, 12, 13, like something like that, is bought Bitcoin. But what a pain in the ass Bitcoin was back then. Good morning, Hot Sauce. So I happened to be watching this morning, something popped up on my YouTube. The naysayers, it was a YouTube clip of naysayers back from 2013, Bitcoin naysayers, all over the news, all over the news outlets, Fox, CNBC, whatever it was. Oh, so the only one bullish was Max Kaiser and the guy on Fox who has a funny voice. I can't think, he thought it was interesting. And Maria, whatever her name is, who used to be on like CNBC, MSNBC, and now is on Fox Business News. Funny to hear all these people. Oh, it's $50. And it got up to $200. Now it's back to $50. People are getting killed, and this is stupid, and it's a scam, and it's a Ponzi scheme. I remember 2017 at a dinner with people I work with and my unit manager at the time. And I was telling him, you have to buy this, you have to buy that. I'm telling you, yeah, you have to. He was a big investor. He goes, it's a Ponzi. Warren Buffett says this is all Ponzi. And I go, you're a fucking idiot. He is retired, but he never had kids. It's just him and his wife who both had full-time jobs and careers and a pension. At that point, he could have bought Bitcoin for, $1,000, Ethereum, a couple $100, and then down to 90. But what can I say? You're welcome. See you 90 anytime, man. And I think either way you win. Me personally, I pay it off. Even if it's 2 or 3 years. You never know. Life can bring you things in a positive way and make you stay there 5 years. You don't know. But what you do know is you don't have a mortgage, right? If you pay it off. So, yeah. So to see all the naysayers, boy, is it funny. There's nothing wrong with that. I can understand that. When I first heard about it, I was like, what the hell? But instead of me being negative about it, I was like, I need to learn more. What the hell is this? And then I learned about miners. And boy, I just didn't have the technology brain to figure that crap out. Even though it would have been easy and cheap, could have gotten hundreds of Bitcoin for virtually no electricity, barely any electricity back then. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's okay. I would have blown it. I would have put it on Mount Gox. I wouldn't have known what to do. So, John Stossel was the worst. I can't stand that guy. The joke I've said is that it cleans the crypto money easier to buy my next house when I don't have to explain what this Coinbase tax is in my bank account. Yeah. So, C90, are you familiar with Coinbase Premium? Coinbase One Premium. I know you're not doing Coinbase One, but they're a bitch to deal with. But, I plan on doing I pay $300 for the year. I might switch it to $29 a month, where I pay about $60 more for the year. But they have the premium that they just came out with, and I've been looking into it, but they don't fully tell you. I hit my 10,000 trades every month, always. I wanted to wait until this morning to buy more because I maxed out yesterday. It says 0 trading fees. It's $300 a month. 0 trading fees, unlimited for simple trades. I don't know what simple trades mean. They don't elaborate at all. But if that means, and I'll find out, hopefully, when you call there, it's really a third-party service that answers your customer service. If that's unlimited, I would switch to that. Yeah, it's $300 a month. It sounds significant, but I plan on selling a shitload next year. And my Coinbase fees alone, let's say on AIOZ, right now, if I was to sell it, would probably be about $1,500. So just on 1 or 2 sells, it'll pay itself off. Because I'll be covered. $3,000, a couple of these I'm up a lot of money on, a ton of money on. So I got to look deeper in that. It's hard to get answers. You look on their site and everything, and it's just unlimited, simple trades. I just don't know what that means. Does that just mean hit sell, right? Everything on Coinbase is simple except for advanced, which I haven't used, which I need to. I'm not familiar with the premium. I wonder if the spread is the same on Coinbase One, though. Yeah. I don't know. I really need to look at that because to me, for someone like me, it makes sense. And C90, where do you off-ramp? What do you use to off-ramp? I haven't had any issues with off-ramping with Coinbase, ever. And do you go have you been going Coinbase to bank if that's what you use, or I'm just curious what you're doing? That's what I do, and it's honestly no issues. It's just worrying about the crypto-friendly banks. I've had some in the past, back in the day, 2016, 17, where they would not let trades go through. I had to go in and sign paperwork. So premium is only for the type of Coinbase that you use. Coinbase One premium doesn't cover the fees on Coinbase Advanced. Right. Understood. And I'm fine with that, but it'll cover, premium. My what I'm trying to find out, and you don't know this, I understand, from them is if I go with the premium, $300 a month, $299, whatever it is, and they say unlimited trades, I'm selling $1 million worth of shit next year, or even a few $100,000 in the next couple months, which will cost me thousands of dollars in trading fees. Will that be covered, right? Will that be free with it? Of course there will be a spread, but like I said, my fee to sell 100,000 right now is like, $1,000. All people throw a lot of hate to Coinbase lately. Yeah, Coinbase has their issues. They all do. I mean, it's just what I'm not sure what else to use. That and Kraken is what I got. I don't take any profits. I use Coinbase and CDC to the bank, though. Okay. So here's an interesting thing, and this is what I love to see. My middle daughter's boyfriend. I taught him a little bit about crypto a week and a half ago, and I might have mentioned this. This guy, OCD a little bit like myself, which I love. That makes people successful. You could drive the people around them crazy. Immediately downloading all this stuff, Deck Screener, trading on Phantom Wallet. I don't even have a Phantom Wallet. Unbelievable. He's showing me shit. I'm teaching him the market, but he's he's doing little trades, but he made $1,000 here, lost 400 here. That's awesome. That is what I love to see. People that go all in mentally and try to learn. That makes me happy. Yeah, I never used Deck Screener. I don't use any of that stuff. I'm going to, though. Kind of want to get into trading a little bit, but I'm doing well here. It's just I know I'll get addicted. Yeah, he's going into the trenches. He's already doing memes and everything, and I'm just telling him buy this, buy that. My daughter yesterday, I bought her AIOZ a couple days ago, and yesterday I bought her more at $1. And my other daughter, she's like, is it going to go back up again? I go, by the end of the day, it will. And she didn't buy anymore, but my middle one did. And, you know, she's in the money now. The power of DCA. So I bought a nice amount yesterday. Microsoft does not approve Bitcoin investment. Who gives a shit? Microsoft is the Microsoft of technology. I mean, literally, right? Meaning they aren't innovative at all. They have an operating system. You know, they use software. Back in the day, they were thieves, right? They would go after you. Bill Gates is, you know, a piece of work. Trust me on that. A true piece of work. But, you know, they pass on all this. They're going to regret it. Bitcoin does not need them. We don't need them. It'd be great, but, you know, they are really tired. A tired company. They're not innovative. Apple, Amazon, that's who we want to see jump into this. NVIDIA, something like that. And it'll happen. But they pass on all technologies. And they'll be left in the dust. They're, you know, the market really didn't care about it. We shot down, but it was going down anyways. So what did I dollar cost average yesterday? And why I didn't post anything because I was concerned about some of the newer people on the channel jumping in and not understanding fully the DCA method. Because I thought we could possibly go down lower. I thought we could maybe hit 90K. And if we busted through that, 89, something like that. But we didn't, thank goodness. But I bought a bit. Say, Suku, True, Axelar. All the things I wanted to buy, but I'm already in too heavy. There were a few others I bought. And I bought pretty heavy. And it's, you know, we popped back up pretty quick. I'm also hearing Chainlink and XRP. You know, who to go with. What, you know, they're two different worlds. And there's no reason why they both can't coexist. And they are. You know, the new stablecoin coming to XRP, you know, I hear people saying it's going to provide liquidity. I don't get all that. But it's certainly not bad. People are thinking then this gives no reason to have XRP and Ripple's going to keep dumping. Of course Ripple's going to keep dumping. That's what they do. All right, Bitcoin dropping down a little bit. Morning, Jack. You did DCA? Good. All right, sorry, my hands are starting to get cold. Going into trenches. Dex scanner is for meme coins on Solana. Exactly, that's what he's doing. And I'm like, dude, there's other things to do. I'm just worried he's going to start trading leverage without knowing what he's doing. Yet he's not risking a lot, which is good. But you know how that goes. And traders will lose. In the long run, they lose for the most part, unless you're, you know, crypto face or some people who just do this full on. Told him he was going to trade meme coins to look at the top holders, snipping and all the liquidity locked. Okay, Soul Scanner. All right, I'll check that out. Yeah, shoot me some comments. I'll shoot it over to him after the stream. Shoot some comments on this for some ideas for him, because I just can't help him in that world. It's not where I want to be at all. I don't want to play with the meme coins. I'd rather get back into leverage a little bit, but I probably don't need to. What's up, Mike? G119. BC back, yeah, 100K, I know. Going in the wrong direction. I mean, we're going to struggle. It looks like to maintain. Jack. Excuse me, I got to put my glove back on. What do you think? I have $300 in BTC and $500 in XRP. Should I convert my BTC to something else? Yeah. Can't necessarily tell you what to do, but your $300 in BTC is not gonna, you may double that. So you have $600 and you have to pay taxes on it. and it did not much for you. So remember, if you do anything, it's a taxable event. Me, VC, Vegan Crypto, if I had $300 in Bitcoin, I would be taking it out of Bitcoin if I didn't have any more money. If your goal is to get more Bitcoin, you take that $300, pay the taxes or whatever, put it into something that's going to appreciate and you're going to get 10x from it. So you get $3,000 or something, pay the taxes on that, and you can buy more Bitcoin in the bear market. But $300 in Bitcoin may yield you after taxes $400 or $500, maybe. Does that answer your question? It's just not going to do it what you need. $300 is just not enough in Bitcoin. XYO's had a couple good weeks. I almost bought it. I like it. Why not? It's a risk play. And I think someone was asking me the other day, Joe or something. Maybe I said this yesterday. I apologize if I did. XLM or Stellar. Yeah, I think I commented on that yesterday. I don't like Stellar. I don't like the project. It's just a ripoff of XRP. It's former XRP, president of it. But it's going to go up if XRP does. So you might make some gains. I would just buy XRP instead. Spot is better training meme coins is for super degenerate. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not in on that. I'm just a buyer of bonk and Floki and hold it. I make a 10,000, 15,000 on it. That's all good. Add it to the bag. I lost 30K in June because of meme coins. I got depressed as F, but I saved it back. Good job, Mike. Just investing better plays now. That's right. That's what you want to do. Memes will get you in the long run. That is not worth it. That's not investing. That's just blackjack. No, that's just roulette. And I can't help anyone with memes. I don't like them. I have a couple. I think it's good. It brings degenerates and people in, but I don't like people to lose money. But I don't discourage it as well. If you're doing well on it, fine. I just think there's better plays. I'm sorry you lost that money. I've been there. And you got it back, so thank goodness. You're welcome, Jack. Gambling, yes, this is all gambling, but there's logical gambling, and there is, come on, coin in the air, and it's a three-sided coin, and maybe you win 1 out of 3 times. It's just it's not worth it. Not worth it. Lots of watchers today, is it? Let's smash the likes for vegan. Thank you. Yeah, the other week when I had quite a few on here, I had like 5,800 views, and I'm like, oh, look at that. And yet, like 80 subscribers. It's all good. Yes. Didn't get a chance to listen to the usual suspects this morning. When I started the run, I was listening to George for about 5 minutes. Turned that off. He was, doing his Bitcoin thing, his optimistic Bitcoin thing, which I agree with. 200, 250K, I don't know. Started Discover Crypto and then had a couple calls. But I got to listen to the usual suspects. The ones who I bitch about. I still listen to them. Like, memes trick you into thinking you're investing and you make so much money that, yes, it's right. It's here to trick you. Many of them are rug pulls, and I don't want you to lose your money. There are safe ways to make a ton of money in this. Safer ways. There's no safe ways, but there are safer ways. Confirm I don't get comfortable anymore. Most of my money is spot. Yep. Yeah, it's a better feeling. Daughter's boyfriend the other night, he was up all night doing this. I'm up a lot of the night doing what I do. Not really with stress, just if I get up for something, I check it out, look at something, I might do a buy. And I prefer that. There's no stress. I don't get stressed about this stuff anyways, even in the midst of when I'm down a ton of money or whatever. Yesterday I was down hundreds of thousands of dollars. It just was a buying opportunity. Now, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, I'd be bitching so much. We're just in a different stage of the market. We are in a very good stage, guys. Those type of dips that we had yesterday are just they're frustrating and can be annoying. But honestly, no, you don't look at your portfolio. You look at the projects and the prices that you have been wanting to buy. Because only a few of mine dipped down to below where I'm in at. Say did. I bought more Say for sure. I have way too much of that shit. Way too much. But I keep thinking I'm going to get a couple dollars out of it, and that's all I need. Tokenomics suck. But I tend to be a glutton for punishment sometimes. When I go in, a lot of times I go all in because I love the volume. I love what's happening. I love Axelar. I love what they're doing. But utility, and if it doesn't get the hype, you know, it doesn't get the movement. And that's why we're here. It's for the movement. Stuff where, you know, C90 can sell one Bitcoin and pay off his mortgage. Isn't that what it's all about? Now, when we cash out, we're not an idiot like BitBoy or George and get all flashy and buy a extreme car, an extreme house. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine, but that's not going to provide you any happiness. Money is not going to provide you happiness. It does one thing for you, and it's a great thing. It gives you some freedom of not worrying about money. But you do worry a little bit about losing it. So you do it in safer things. You always have it in fiat. You can have some in USDC. But if you're unhappy now, money just, if you have bad habits now, drugs or whatever, maybe you drink too much, guess what? You're going to drink more and you're going to drink better vodka, better tequila. We don't want to go there. Distracted, but if you are getting 1K in fees on your larger sells, wouldn't you put the money ahead to open a DEX account and swap for USDT and send that into Coinbase? Yes. I'm not comfortable anymore with that. It's just been so many years. So I that would be the best way to do it. I just have concerns me fucking up and sending over, $500,000 over to a DEX. I'll screw it up. It's more of a peace of mind, and $1,000, let's say on $100,000 is whatever. We talk about write-offs and all that. Who cares about that's a write-off, I mean, it's not great, but it's the price you pay. Maybe I'll get more comfortable in the thick of things. But you're 100% right, C90. It's just it's been forever, for years for me to do it. And I'm older now, so I'll screw it up. Lingo's all right, Quandale. I'm not in it, but it's not bad. Just get Coinbase One, no fees. Mike, I do have Coinbase One. There's no fees up to 10,000. I do that every month. What I was talking to C90 about earlier is they offer a premium, Coinbase One premium. It's $300 a month, and it says zero trading fees, unlimited zero trading fees for simple trades. I just don't know what that means. Does that truly mean? So if I sell 100,000 of AIOZ and my fee is $1,000, because my Coinbase One account standard tier, which is what they only offered when I got it, would only cover 10,000 of that 100,000. So I'd have the 90,000 I would get a fee on. Premium says it's unlimited for simple trades. I don't know what simple trades mean. Does that truly mean if I sell $100,000 worth of a project, is it zero fees? That's my question. And if that's the case, I like it, even though I won't do it until next year when I'm ready to sell. I'll just switch over to Coinbase Premium. I just don't know. I don't have the answer for that. I got to call the customer service, but it's always third party. And you know how customer service is at Coinbase. Back when I started with Coinbase, you actually would call and you would get someone. It was American. They worked for Coinbase. I would get someone in customer service back in the day. That's been gone forever. Does that make sense, Mike? Yeah. What's up, Procyon? Just bake some vegan Christmas buns. Nice. Did you see my video that I made for you earlier? Yeah, CB1. Yes. Sorry, I sounded snappy there. No, how do you sound anyways? If anyone sounds snappy, it's me. I'm the only one talking. It's all good. What's snappy is this wind, and I'm still waiting for your mic. No, you're good, brother. Simple trades, as they define it, is market orders. Okay. So kind of then it's doing what I'm asking it to do, right? If I sell 100,000, that's kind of a market order on Coinbase One Premium. It won't be on the advanced mode, I suppose. I don't know about the selling. I trade BTC every month up to 25, 30K and never change fees, even though I do over 10K limit. I don't have premium either. I'm not complaining. It's just strange. Yeah, no. Are you trading on advance? Because Coinbase One, I hit 10,000 every month, and then last night I did, and it rolled over today. And one of my fees was $14 or something like that. I read your comment about timing the market. That makes sense to me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I made a short video. I just put it on there. So basically, in regards to yesterday, Procyon, would it be smart? Do I ever sell on that crash and then buy lower? I have. A lot of times it doesn't work out. It's a smart thing to do. It would be smart to have sold it, a few days ago and bought it back yesterday, but barely anything hit where I bought it. Only a couple, I bought more at 55 cents, but I could have sold that, made a little profit, and bought it back cheaper. But all the other ones that I could have maybe sold, like Benki or AIOZ, that I wouldn't have, I bought AIOZ at a penny, so it's never going down there. So a lot of times it doesn't work out. The theory is great, and I always think about it. When it works out? It works out in the dreads of the bear market. When you take 2 steps forwards, 10 steps back. So you buy something at $1, it goes up to $1.50. You can assume it's going to go to 90 cents or 80 cents in a bear market. So you sell it at $1.50, wait for it to crash to 80, 70 cents, and if you still love the project, you can buy it back. In the bull market, if you've been buying and DCAing like most of us have for years, a lot of times it's not going to get back to where you bought it. It might be close. But I hope that makes sense. Wish I had sold when AVAX, Injective, AIOZ were so high, and then bought back yesterday. Maybe that's fantasy. Yeah, it's always hard to do, I'm telling you. And when you do it in a serious crash, things shut down, and then it's back up before you know it. So it's a big mistake that a lot of people make. I'm just telling you that. If you're a serious trader, no problem. If you're kind of a holder like me, it doesn't work out as well. You can sell using post only cheapest. Okay. Allow taker costs a lot more on big trades. And market sell far too expensive for large sells. The taker fee is what you're looking at when you sell right. So what are your thoughts? Thanks for doing the research. What are your thoughts with my idea? Does it make sense to go with that? The idea of paying $300 to Coinbase a month is annoying, but if I end up saving money when I'm selling, a couple $1 million next year. Thanks, U90. That's in the Coinbase Advance. Oh, gotcha. I yet to use that. Got to do it. Started buying AVAX at 20, love it. Injective at 16, love it. You're just like me here. And AIOZ at 38 cents. So I wanted to sell them, but I am a long-term investor. Yeah, no. Here's my personal opinion. That would have been a horrible sell yesterday. For all of them. Avalanche, you bought it $20. That's my buy-in. And my goal is $150 to $200 on that. And that's, we're a ways away from that. We were just at 55, got down to 40-ish. In the thick of things next year, if we're in it, if Avalanche doesn't reach $150, I will be shocked. If Injective doesn't reach $90 to $100, I'll be shocked. And here you're at 16, you would have sold it at 29 or 30-ish. Would have been good, double your money, but you're not getting 16 bucks again for Injective, my personal thought, and you're not going to get 20 bucks at Avalanche. If we kept going yesterday, maybe so. And I'm not saying it can't happen later today. Craziness. My personal thought is no way. Otherwise, I would have done exactly what you were thinking. And AIOZ, hell no. You know, I would not have sold that. I am really hoping for. I'm really hoping for $3 to $5 on AIOZ. That's my goal, but I don't know. If you stay on Coinbase, I think you save more money by using advanced. Yes, you do. And you Coinbase One Premium, or even Coinbase One, they have tiers based on your volume in advance. Yeah, so I got to mess with that. I mean, I suppose I just click the button to get me over to advance, and I just don't know if my money appears over there. I just don't know because I haven't messed with it yet. But I do like what I've seen on it. I just got to. I believe you can click over to Coinbase Advance. If you do it on your app, I don't do it on laptop or computer because to me that's malware central. And I assume, let's say you got 100,000 AIOZ, you go over there, then you should be able to sell it on Advance, then click back over, use the tab over back to Coinbase Standard, if you will. And the money should be in there and you can transfer out to the bank. I assume that's how it works. I just haven't used it. Okay, beautiful. C90. Yep, it appears over there. It's not like KuCoin or Max where you have to transfer to futures or anything. Beautiful. Damn, you're good. See, I study in the market and projects and all that stuff and the economy. What I do not study and mess with is the technology shit. That's why I got you guys. You guys do what you're great at. I try to do what I'm okay at. That's why my daughter's boyfriend, he's great at this type of stuff. He can mess with it and mess around, and then he can tell me how to do it so I don't F it up. I mean, I wanted to sell AVAX, for example, when it got to 55, yeah, and then buy it back yesterday. But I can't do stuff like that since I'm too much along. Yes, I understand. And I agree with you. I think, me personally, you did the right thing by not selling. That's my personal opinion. Otherwise, I would have sold too. I'm long-term. But I will be selling all my AVAX, hopefully, at $150 to $200. I can tell you this. If it hits $200 and there's no stopping it and the market keeps going, I'm not selling it at 200 bucks. You know, I think that's very high for AVAX, but we have to see. C90, a lot of great info. Thank you so much. It's not like KuCoin or Max. Haven't used KuCoin in 100 years, geez. Do I hold any cryptos like long term? Like planning on holding 10 years? Bitcoin. That's it. That's it. My goal, this is my goal, is to sell everything but Bitcoin. And if I had a ton of Bitcoin, I'd be selling Bitcoin. I don't have enough of it. So I got to hold it and buy more. My goal is to sell everything, take a ton out of crypto, period, and keep $1 million in crypto and see what happens in the bear market. Obviously, buy Bitcoin and whatever else seems to make sense. That's my goal. But long term, it's just Bitcoin. It's not, and I'm not a maxi or anything. I just, I know what the value in that is going to be. But I truly believe it'll have a serious sell-off at some point when the economy hits the fan. But God, we don't even have the president in yet. We got to see what that's all about. But that would be the only one. I can sell you my one-time Coinbase Advanced class for 10 amp a month. How about 100 amp a month? I could do that. Amp got down to 92 cents yesterday. I bought like 2 million more. not where are we at. I had to put the other phone away because my hands are getting to that level. Where are we at on BTC? Do we dip below 100K yet? With cold tofu. Yes, that's right. I can do that. My wife's making me a tofu dip right now. Yes, she is. Yep. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So we're climbing up again. Like I said, that, as we know, the CPI day is always weird, and we have the PPI tomorrow. It's just always a sketchy week. And with the weakness we had yesterday, it was I don't know. I have to say, I thought we recovered a lot better, quicker than I thought we would. That just shows you the type of market we're in. Pretty damn strong, but boy, did we liquidate. Blows my mind to think of the 1.6, 1.8 billion in liquidations we did. Absolutely blows my mind. The risk taking, the money that these people are losing. It's addictive for them. They can't help it. Pre-sale coins, Jacob. I'm not sure on that. I never know what's pre-sale, and I typically wouldn't jump in on those just because I don't have the influence. Yet so many of them do nothing. Though we're in a time right now where pretty much everything's gonna give you a little jump. I mean, even some of these things at a penny that go up. You have to think about it. A penny going to 2 cents is significant gain. People in equities don't see that in a year. I look at my 401k, it's 14-15% return is a pretty decent return per year. Can you imagine that? That's people who are not in equities, who are only in crypto, and then look at that. Now, I was in equities hell of a lot long before crypto. And I never loved the returns. Back in the .com when I was a trader, serious stock trader, that was fun. But nothing compared to what the volatility that we have. But trading options or leverage back then was just a blast. Most of the time preset, yes, they are. They certainly are. Woo, it is cold out here. Yeah, I would be very careful on that. There's so many easier ways to make money in the market now. And there's so many easy ways to lose it by jumping in meme after meme. And even some of the stuff that I have, a lot of it, it's all making money, but not moving like it should. I would caution people, on some of the projects I have, like Benki, so much in, I would caution people to jump into that. I'm so in that I'm just holding on. I'm in the money, but it could get to 10 cents in 2 days, or it could just remain in the 2 cent area for the remainder of the market. I do not see that happening, but you have to understand the technology to a point on certain things. That is not going up with Avalanche, which it should. It's liquid staking. I like the idea. It's the main one on Avalanche, but it's not having price translation. It is not following it. And then at some point, I'm not cutting ties with it at all. I'm in it too deep, and I truly feel, my opinion was I was going to get 30 to 40 cents out of it. I don't think so, but I don't know. Stranger things happen. Who thought HBAR was going to jump from 5 cents to, almost 40 cents? Things just move in a second. Right now, most people don't know Benki, so it's just not moving. It's 5 billion circulating supply, so it's not the greatest, but, does not mean it can't go up to 10 cents in a flash. That's my goal. That's my hope. And I think if you have the money, you have to be able to take some risks. It's all risky, but we're not in here for like just to buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy Chainlink. I think Chainlink is great, but it's possible it only goes up to $50 or $75. It could go to 100, 150. I don't see that, but it could. So you get in things like Chainlink, Avalanche, Injective. I think if you're not you don't have any exposure to Injective, you're making a mistake. Personally, but to me, that's more of a utility play, and I put that in the larger cap type of stuff. You gotta have that because at least you're guaranteed as much as you can be in crypto to get some return. But you are not gonna get the return like you are on the riskier stuff. So many scammers in crypto. A guy tried to scam me, and morning. How you doing? Oh, amazing! You say hi to someone and they just look at you. I was just laughing with my cousin, but I checked his wallet and he had $9 million in Solana. Jesus. Yeah, when is Solana going to move next? That's the thing too. When, you get these things that are just so stagnant, that will have a serious move when it's ready. When you have something that had a run up like it did, and it's holding strong, even holding pretty strong in, a decent sell-off yesterday, it's going to balloon up. And when I say balloon up, something that's $250 to go to 500 is pretty significant. There's predictions of $1,000 Solana. Who knows where it's going to go? Nothing's guaranteed, but I can definitely, in my opinion, guarantee that it's going to be higher than it is today. A lot higher. Woo! Chilly boys. What else? Anything else good? Good bounce back. Glad some of you jumped in yesterday. Like I said, I just don't want to mislead and get people hurt yesterday, but I think the buy was smart. We have to take advantage of the dips, and there will be many to come. The key on the dips is this. You're in now, so when we get our next dip, you're 100% higher than where you bought it, right? Kind of the point of Procyon was saying, we don't want to be along the same narrative. It would be lovely if you bought something at $50, sold it at $100, bought it back at $50, sold it at $100, so on and so forth. Rinse and repeat. That's a great thing to do. It's just usually in a serious bull market, buy something at 50, gets to 100, 120, has a crash to 80, so you're not going to get that 50 again. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. Just remember, if you go with that mentality, you just may never get it as low as you did. In the bear market, you will. Back when I traded options, it was called rolling stocks. You would have something. It's kind of, I've used this a lot when I was watching Injective go all the way up. No, a better one was Fetch. I watched Fetch AI go between 17 cents and 21 cents for 3 months. I kept saying, all right, I'm going to buy $17,000 worth at 17, sell it at 21, buy it back at 17, sell it at 21. I could have done that 10 times. Then it broke out to 24 cents, back down to around 18 cents. Could have rinsed and repeat. That's a rolling stock where it keeps going back and forth like that. And it eventually breaks out of that pattern. It's support resistance, if you will. But Fetch did that for months upon months. You could have done it with Bitcoin when it was in the 20K area to 30, 20 to 25. It's great. That's trading without getting too nuts. Without trading with leverage or spot trading. That's the way I prefer it. sometimes it's tempting to create meme coins and yes, do rug pulls. Then I remember I believe in God and have morals, and I know going straight to hell doing that. Yeah, I had someone call me the other day, great guy. He's in crypto in regards to about some stuff that I've recommended over the years. And he's like, why don't we come out with a meme coin? And I'm like, I couldn't do it. I could do a meme coin if it had some utility and it went to helping someone, but to help others, you have to hurt others. So I'm with you there, Skull. Expect we recover so quickly. Thank God I bought. Yes. I'll be honest, I'm with you there. I didn't necessarily expect we would bounce back like we did too. But then when I saw it going and I saw CPI and everything, I'm like, all right, we're going to hit 100K. Doesn't mean we're going to stay up there, but we're showing some strength. Wow, I got a smile. Isn't that nice? Jacob, when you have that warm, happy feeling, sell it. Yes, because the market is ready to dip. With your experience, you're correct. And when something's overheated and when things are going awfully too well, that's when you get out. Do not fret about leaving money on the table. So you're in AVAX at 20 bucks. You sell it at 150. Dips down to 140. Busts through to 200. You're out of it. You've made your profits. That's okay. You know what? It's time to investigate. Maybe while we're in this bull market, you have to constantly keep an eye on new projects. What will happen for people's first cycle is something like that will just happen. You know, AVAX up, then it'll rest. It could rest for a while and take out your profits, take out the money for taxes. So two things, you're taking taxes and profits out. And then if you want to reinvest, you reinvest, not back into AVAX necessarily. It had a huge run up. Yeah, so maybe it goes to 200, 250. You sometimes go with the new shiny thing. But there will be a point in the market where you'll buy that new shiny thing that's racing and it'll be the end of it and you just don't know it. It'll be the end of the market. We go down, you double up, we go up, you don't sell, and then we go down and it doesn't come back for a couple of years. I believe we will know when that happens. We will have a handle on it. Just don't be afraid to take profits, ever. I also think it's better to have this pullbacks, yes, because everything suddenly goes up 1,000%. Everyone's incredibly market turn ugly. Yes. If we do not want to just go straight up without pullbacks. It's painful for new people as they are because they just don't get it and they panic sell. That happened yesterday a ton. Not only it just wasn't over the last couple of days, it just wasn't liquidations. It's new people and people who know better selling out of frustration. That's how you get wrecked, and that's not how you win. We need the flush outs. We need to clear out the cobwebs. We need to clear out the longs and shorts. They're always going to be there. And there's always going to be FUD. And there's going to be some truth, too, that will drive the market down, spook it. And you're in a good market when it bounces back like it just did. You just know. And the volume is there. Everything we've talked about for freaking a year. When the volume appears, that's it. I said I will be happy with 180 to 200 billion a day. No problem. 300. We are where we need to be. That is, we've been waiting a long time. We'll have our bumps in the road. That's why we're all here, to help us with that. There's so many projects to jump into. Be selective. Don't do what I do in regards to having so many. It's working out right now very well, but I have too many. And when people say, you should only have 5 projects because you can't keep count and you can't keep on what's going on with a bunch of, that's not true. You can. If you put the time in, there's 24 hours in a day. You can't. When are you going to do it? If not in the bull market, when are you going to do it? now is when we make money. You have to set yourself up for riches in the bear market. Doesn't mean you can't get rich in this bull market, but really you buy the cheap prices in the bear. But everything changes from the bear to the bull. What's hot then is not hot now. Narrative, hype is what will drive it. So do what you can to keep getting money, whatever it may be. Skip that extra meal, meaning out that you gotta eat. But skip that freaking $7 Starbucks or whatever it is. That adds up. Buy your own coffee, make it. Now's the time where you go all in, not all in on one price, but you go all in on getting the money to do what you need. If not now, when? You've done the work. You've put in the time. Vegan Crypto has frozen himself for you. So if you can't do it now, what's the point? Now's the time for sacrificing even a little more. So when we do hit the end of the market, which we're nowhere near there, hopefully, you've done everything that you wanted to do. You sold, you made profits. Maybe they're not as much as you wanted. Maybe they're more than you thought. That's okay. You take what you get. As long as we're not losing, we're winning. I think you should try to place a limit order on BTC on advance. Easier than you think. You won't be charged to placing. Oh, hold on, let me read this before I start driving here. I think you should try to place a limit sell order on BTC on advance. Easier than you think. You won't be charged to placing the order, so place at like 1 million sell. I don't use toilet paper anymore, just no paper to buy in crypto. Yeah, I haven't used toilet paper in weeks. Every penny counts. What does suck is I haven't gotten the consulting things lately. I get asked for consulting certain things, but not what I feel is comfortable with. I can bullshit on them, but no. Those were nice over the summer. I get requests, like 10 requests a day, but there's stuff I just don't want to bullshit about. Oh, cold day, my brothers and sisters here in Illinois. Supposed to get some snow. We shall see. It won't hit UC90 probably. It'll dissipate over Lake Michigan. Yes. If you're new, subscribe. We should, let's hope for just a positive green day. There's going to be a lot of things, and I'll come on later. I'll try to throw some shorts out there. But I think, I don't know. I'm hesitant about this PPI number tomorrow. I want, I don't want a slowed down economy, even though we're slow in certain sectors for sure. But a lot of numbers contradict that. Even though I'm heavily into the market, I see what's going on. There's a lot of things out there that are contradictory to what I am seeing. Inflation certainly slowed, but it's not as low as where it should be. Good luck with that. I just don't want to see us hurting demand any more than we can, and we have over the last couple of years. And I don't want to see anything, hurting the narrative of our market. And we don't need to see, Powell pausing on rates or whatever he may do, and Trump coming in and them, him going after him and getting into that stuff. There's other important stuff. Yeah, Eric Trump is buying Bitcoin, and I saw his speech all over the YouTube yesterday. It was good old Eric. Hey, I can't, I'm not a fan of him or Don Jr. I hate both of them. They're hunters. They're big game hunters. But doesn't make me like them because they're talking about crypto and Bitcoin, but I'd rather them be talking about it. I mean, I can't stop them from being murderous thugs. But keep talking about Bitcoin, keep talking about crypto. I like that. And it's totally up their alley. And I'm glad to see, I'm hoping Trump stays with the stance, and he was a pro money guy, but he's seeing all them. I do like that he is adamant about financial freedom. That does seem up their alley, and because they're making money on it and they got their own tokens and scams going, they're gonna be for it. Everyone's allowed to change their opinion, but if they can completely be pro and get the right people in place and really have a crypto czar like they're talking about, and I wonder what next year is going to bring for us. Don't listen to the sell the news on inauguration. Who knows? There's always sell the news events. Sell the news is nothing but buy the dip. Yeah, definitely. Great for crypto holders. I love it. Look, evil is evil. Shitheads are shitheads. But if, Putin's an evil piece of shit, but I want to see him pro crypto, because the more other countries like China, Russia they're idiots. Why they're not talking about it all the time and doing what they can. That will just become a crypto war. Like the first nation on the moon. Why wouldn't there be a war going on, a crypto war in regards to who can have the most hash, who can have the most Bitcoin mining? That makes sense. And I'm hoping that happens, under Trump. If the administration gets crazy with crypto, the other nations will follow. You'll see. And then FUD won't matter. Oh, China's banning this. India's banning this. Yet America is pushing Bitcoin and have a reserve. Bitcoin will double. That'll just mean, it just doesn't matter. America's leading the pack in regards to that. So the FUD of India and China and whoever else will not hurt us. And more likely, they're going to follow what we do. Why? Because competition between countries will never end. All right. I'm out. Love you guys. Subscribe if you're new. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully I shared a couple things and was helpful. C90, I'm walking on a trail right now. How do you do this? I know it's freezing. I know, C90. Sorry, I didn't see that. I was driving. I do what I can. I ran 5K and then got to talk to you guys. I was freezing though. The worst part is just my hands. My hands get cold. Yeah, C90. Keep doing research for Premium One, and I'll hook you up with a Celsius. All right, love you guys. Subscribe if you're new. Right? Give me more questions. Whatever you guys want to talk about. That's why I'm here. I appreciate all of you. Take care, Skull. C90, Prosium. Crypto Homes, you're not here yet. Jacob, Skull, I already said, right? Miss M, if you come on later. Howdy. Quandale. Mike. Jack. Organic Huddle. Good questions, good conversation. Hot sauce. And of course, 073. Luca. And ZE, if you come on later. Metal, all y'all. Be good to each other. Let me know what you find out, C90. And if you guys need anything, comment.